against Great Britain, the third test of Great Britain's tour, the second test between Great Britain and New Zealand. And our commentary team out there are Justin Morgan, Brian Noble, and first of all, Dave Woods.
Well, it's a sultry evening here in Christchurch in which these two teams walk out. James Graham's just had a long walk. Benji Marshall just leading out the New Zealand side here today. It's fair to say that both these sides have reputations on the line today. We are naturally talking about Great Britain and the two defeats, the two disappointments, but there's a lot of question marks hanging over New Zealand in this part of the world as well after their disappointing win against a disappointing loss, I should say, against Australia a couple of weeks ago, and that narrow, squeaky win against Great Britain last week. So a lot of pressure on both those teams. Restoration of reputations, the order of the day for both these sides. From a Great Britain point of view, 2 matches played, 2 defeats, but this mini-series against the Kiwis remains very much on the line. Win today, entertain today, and there's a whole different feel to this tour. Let me just remind you of the team news. New Zealand recalling Sean Johnson for the injured Kieran Foran. He was dropped last week, was Johnson. Maybe a point to prove today. And Brandon Smith, as the fellas were saying, left out last week for failing to meet team standards. No further explanation. Just a minor disciplinary mishap, we're told. And a point to prove to the rest of the team when he was left out. But he's back, and Kevin Proctor also returning. Familiar face, but new face as far as this series is concerned on the bench. Great Britain, well, they've made a number of positional changes, as you'll know. Blake Austin on the wing for his international debut, the standoff. Jack Hughes in the centres for his international debut. And Luke Thompson back on the bench, and we're going to pause for the 2 anthems. Let's hope the Britain players can hit those high notes. Good heavens. Well, a city that was hit by an earthquake not too long ago with some tragedy, Christchurch, and there are still lots of